Hello everyone, welcome back. Today is Saturday and we have so much planned for the day and it's gonna be kind of crazy. You may be wondering why my makeup looks so weird and why my hair is off to the side like this. So today we are doing an 80s style glamour shot shoot, photo shoot with my son Ted, because today is the day that he is finally saying goodbye to his mullet. And part of the deal was that he would do that with a glamour shot shoot and I would participate in it. So I bought a set of clip-on bangs that I'm going to style, 80s style, and put on, and I have a whole outfit that I'm gonna wear. We have a backdrop with lasers, a smoke machine. Ted's own outfit is pretty bizarre, pretty crazy. And my mother-in-law is actually coming to help us do it. So I'm already in makeup, but before we do the photo shoot, I have other things that I have to do. So I am making a batch of baked ziti with some to go in the freezer, some for tonight, and some for other people. And the sauce for that is going right now. So here's my sauce. I've been working on getting it going. It has tons of meat in it, tons of tomatoes, tons of spices, and I'm gonna have this simmering for several hours while we go ahead and get the photo shoot done, and then I will assemble it later on. So, okay. So the fog machine is going right now, and the smoke alarm is also going with it. So we're gonna have to figure out how to fix that. We're gonna open the windows. The other thing that I have to do today is go shopping and get the ingredients. Get the ingredients for a meal for 75 hungry teenagers on Monday that I'm gonna be cooking. So I have to get the ingredients, and then I need to get the meat marinating tonight so that I can cook it tomorrow Sunday to serve it on Monday. So we've got a lot in store. Let me do one more. Hello everybody, welcome back. So this is the next day, it's Sunday. I hope you enjoyed the pictures of the photo shoot. I was really hoping to get some video footage during that, but when it came down to it, I was just too distracted posing. So I will show some more of those pictures at the end of the video, so make sure you watch till the end. So today is Sunday, and I am busy cooking for 75 for lunch tomorrow. I'm doing my famous Chipotle buffet, and I thought that you might be interested in seeing exactly what all of that entails. So before I take you into the kitchen, I came out here to cool off. It is so warm in there right now. So before I take you back into the kitchen, I thought you might be interested in seeing my plan for how I'm going to execute all of this. So let me show you my trusty notebook. This is the same notebook that I showed you for my Thanksgiving planning. I really use it for everything. It has a pocket for my recipes and then a place for a legal pad. So today's to-do list is I will be chopping chicken. Ryan is actually grilling it for me. I marinated it last night, so it marinated for about 18 hours. So he's grilling right now. I'm probably about halfway done with chopping it. I am making black beans, and I do that in my really big Go Wise pressure cooker, electric pressure cooker. And then I will be cooking the rice and seasoning it. I make a really delicious chipotle lime rice. And I'm actually gonna be doing that in small batches of probably about 5 cups of dry rice per batch. I've done it in larger batches before. I've even used a gigantic rice cooker before, and I don't like the texture of the final product when I do it in too big of batches. So I just do it in smaller batches. I'm gonna be making 15 cups of dry rice. I'm going to be chopping all of the jalapenos that I'm gonna be using tomorrow in assembly, in assembling the rest of the recipes. I'll be chopping all of my red onions and chopping all of my cilantro. So that is today's list. Tomorrow, I will be heating the chicken and getting it into my Cambro. A cambro, if you don't know, is something that caterers use, and it's just a lovely, I'll show it to you, but it's a lovely, it's like a cooler, but you can easily slide the big chafing pans in and out, and it keeps everything hot for 8 hours. So I'll be heating my chicken, heating the beans, heating the rice. I will add the cilantro to the rice tomorrow so that it's still fresh. I will be making pico. I'll be assembling corn salsa. I'm gonna cut and spin some iceberg lettuce, cut, wash, and spin, I should say. And I'm gonna be making guacamole. So then I have this nice long list of everything that I need to remember to bring with me. You know, all of the food, obviously, and then bowls for cheese and lettuce, the spoons and tongs that I'm gonna need. I have this really big, beautiful chip basket, serving tablecloths, and then the 8 white tablecloths we'll be using on the dining tables. The sterno, of course, chafing stands, a lighter for the sterno, spoon for the sour cream, hot pads, a bowl for the guacamole, and parchment paper. So I will probably be adding some more things to that list, but I just like to keep a running list so that I don't have to keep it in my brain. So I also made this list of the things that I'm going to be chopping today, and how I am kind of dividing it out. So I'll be doing, for the rice, 5 cups of chopped cilantro. For the corn salsa, 7.5 cups. For the guacamole, 1.2 ounces. I think that's actually 1.5 ounces. My handwriting just failed me there. And then 1.25 cups for the pico. For the jalapenos, I need 10 for my corn salsa and 15 for pico, and that'll be diced very fine. And then the Roma tomatoes, I'm actually not cutting those up until tomorrow, but I'll be doing 5 pounds for pico and 3 pounds for guacamole. So this is kind of my brain. I've learned that if I don't write it down on actual paper, it stays in my brain, and then I can't think of other things. So even recording it on my phone, like in the notes section, it just doesn't work as well. So I have come to really rely on this notebook. So let's go back into the kitchen and I'll show you what's happening in there now. Okay, I'm in the kitchen and I'm going to show you what is in process right now as we speak. Over here, we have my chicken chopping section. So this is chicken that's already chopped. These are boneless, skinless thighs, and they were marinated overnight with this marinade that I mixed up in the Vitamix. There's some more there, and then I have this still to chop, and then there's one more of these out on the grill right now. So hopefully I will be done with that before too terribly long. Over here we have the beans cooking. This is my Go Wise. I think it's 14 quarts. I'm not really sure, but it's in there. I have 13 cups of dry black beans, and there are tons and tons of seasonings in here. I make these beans all the time. My family loves them. If you've heard me refer to my magic beans, this is them. And so those are cooking up right now. There's 52 minutes left, and they cook for a total of 60 minutes. And then I'm just gonna let those come to pressure naturally because I'm not in a hurry. And they're fantastic. So those are the two things that I have going on right now. Right now I'm going to finish getting the chicken chopped up, and then I'm gonna start chopping the jalapenos and the cilantro and all of that stuff. So I still got a lot of work to do. Plus I need to find some tablecloths.
So you're making this for the people at Salts?
At CC.
Ah. For tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
But I thought for snack?
No, not for snack, it's for lunch. Please don't touch.
Are you going to CC tomorrow?
Just the older kids.
Do you need help with that here? Like, you need kids in here helping with?
No, I got it. Okay, chicken is all cut now. I have 2 full pans. Ryan was kind enough to do that last batch for me because I just wanted to get off my feet. So I'm gonna get this covered up and refrigerated, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the rice. Okay, batch number 1 of the cilantro lime rice is done. I changed my mind and did it 10 cups at a time. Some people are having a lot of fun back there. So this is 10 dry cups. It's cooked now. So I've added the lime juice to it. I've added some trans fat-free margarine. I like to do that instead of butter to make it so that people who are not who are dairy-free can still have it. This meal is fantastic for like every single allergy. There's really something for everyone. It's gluten-free, it's dairy-free. It's good for vegetarians and vegans because the meat is separate. I mean, there really is just something for everyone here. So there's a bunch of lime juice, margarine added to this. I cooked it in some chicken stock, and it's not even like real chicken stock, so our vegetarians can still have it. So this is batch number 1. Now I just need to wash. Oh my gosh, they are getting really riled up back there. I need to wash the pot and do the second batch, and then I'll be done tonight with rice. Okay, I have finally gotten to the point now where I am chopping. So I just got done with the red onions. I did 6 or 7 of those, and now I'm doing the jalapenos. Now I'm not doing these all by hand. I like them to be really uniform, especially when I'm making something like pico. So I'm actually using my little food chopper. So I'm just going to adjust the camera lens and let you watch me do all of the jalapenos now, and I'll show you at the end how nicely they turn out. Now, as you can see, I took the seeds and spines out of most of these. This is 15 jalapenos. I left the seeds and spines in 2 of them. That gives it just a little bit of heat, but it's not too hot for anybody. Okay, this is getting full, so I'm gonna empty it and I'll show you how fine it ends up being. So they're nice and tiny, but they're all perfectly uniform, so it ends up looking really beautiful. Okay, and now I'm just gonna do the rest of them. Okay, so that's it. That's how long it took me to get all these in this nice, small, beautiful, fine dice. There we go. Okay, it is 8 o'clock and I have both trays of rice ready to go in the fridge. I just need to cover them. And the beans, the black beans, are cooling down. So I'll put these in the refrigerator right before I go to bed. And the chicken needs to go in the fridge. Hosanna's doing the dishes for me. There's a lot of dishes. The red onions are all chopped. Yikes. You okay? The red onions are chopped and the jalapenos are chopped and ready to go tomorrow morning. I decided not to chop the jalapeno, or the, I decided not to chop the cilantro because I don't want it turning dark. So I'll just do that tomorrow morning. So everything that I can do tonight is done. Okay, it's cilantro cutting time. It is early in the morning. This has already been rinsed. I just cut the stems with it, but I take out the really thick ones. All of the other ingredients are already in here. There's lime juice, red onion, jalapeno pepper, salt, black pepper, and lime juice. I wish you could smell this. It's the most amazing smell. Oh, and of course the corn. Well, I think this looks just perfect, so I'm not going to add any more cilantro. This is going to sit at room temperature for a few hours so that the flavors meld, and then I'll refrigerate it for about an hour right before I serve it. That is just beautiful. So I'm doing the guacamole right now. I am doing a recipe that yields 50 servings. So I'm actually doing that and another half of it, so 75. So I have 18 avocados. I've already gotten started on getting them cut up. So in the bowl, we have the first batch, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them with you. So I cut it in half. These are almost perfectly ripe, but they're still a little bit hard, some of them. Then I do a twist, then I push to get the pit out. Okay, then I'm just going to slice like this. Do it across. Then I'll use my spoon and just scoop them out into my bowl. Wash my hands and then we will finish up the guac. Okay, I've gone ahead and put some things in. So I have lime juice in here, Greek yogurt, tomatoes, and now I'm gonna add in red onion, cilantro, and let's see, I need 1.5 teaspoons of cumin, 3/4 a teaspoon of salt. I'll put just a little bit more. And 1/2 teaspoon, or 3/4 of a teaspoon, I should say, of pepper. So 1.5 teaspoons of hot sauce. I actually like to add a little bit more than that, so I'm gonna do a full. Okay. And let me just make sure that that's it. Yeah, that's it. So now I'm just gonna stir it up and the guac will be done. And the lime juice and the yogurt in this will keep the avocados from turning brown. Spoons never work as well as hands. My kids love this recipe for guacamole because it's chunky. It's not like pureed. And that's how they really like it. Okay, that looks amazing. So there's the guac. Okay, the guacamole was the last thing that I needed to make. So now I'm just going to get everything ready to go because I need to pull out in 35 minutes. Okay, getting ready to pull out the driveway. Let's see, 3 minutes early. So super proud of myself for that. It's about a 15-minute drive, so I'm gonna get there about 10:30 and have a full hour to set up, which is probably more time than I need, but I would rather have a buffer than not enough time. So here we go. Okay, I am back home after serving lunch. The kitchen is kind of a disaster. The kids did some of the dishes that were in the sink. Well, they did all of the dishes that were in the sink actually, but unfortunately I didn't get all the dishes in the sink, so there's still a lot of cleanup to be done. I need to get the kitchen totally cleaned up and get some laundry started, put up my feet for a few minutes, and then go back and pick the kids up. You can see my hair's falling out, and but it was a success. Everybody loved the lunch. It was delicious. There was plenty of food for everybody. I'm actually gonna adjust quantities on 2 things. I probably had twice as much rice as I needed and more beans than I needed too. But everything else, the amounts that I cooked was perfect. So all in all, it was a great success. Everybody had fun. It was delicious, and I can't wait to do it again.